Hey, 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 welcome. It's Friday Reads. I don't see anyone in the chat for the moment, but that's okay. We're just going to wait a few minutes until people can pop in when they're ready. This is where we talk about what we're reading today, Friday, this weekend, and also into the following week. Okay, I see we have three people watching. Welcome to Friday Reads. I'm Dee Dee from Brown Girl Reading, and I will be waiting to see who comes into the chat to talk to me about what they're reading. Oh, hey, I'm Alola. Welcome. How are you? Happy Friday. Hope you don't have any meetings. Oh, welcome, Birdie in the books. Welcome, Billy. Welcome, DL in the house. Punctual. Welcome, welcome. So, what are you guys reading? I'll tell you what I'm reading. It's pretty much the same as what I was reading last week, which is River East, River West, but I'm halfway through, and this is so good. And I'm just finishing up a Harlem Shuffle. I have about 30, 40 more pages left to finish. This is pretty good too. It's not for everybody. I would say it's like maybe about a 3 star. It's a good beginning to a series. You can see Colton Whitehead is trying to set us up and give us, give us a lay of the land around Ray Carney, his community, and his mess. But yeah, so I will be discussing this with my book club here in Normandy tomorrow. So I'm starting in just right. I'll be finished tonight. So that's what I'm reading. What are y'all reading? Happy Friday. More people have come in. Hello, Teresa. Hello, Tracy. Welcome, welcome. What are you reading? Let's see if I missed anything. Uh Birdie in the book says she's reading the Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Very good. I don't. Oh, you have a meeting. You have a meeting, but you're barely listening. Okay. All right. Well, let's just hope that meeting ends quickly so you can stop listening altogether. Hey Tracy. Oh, you're reading River Sing Me Home. Oh yes, by Eleanor. I guess her name is Sharir. Is I'm pronouncing that correctly? Yeah, I kind of wanted to read that one this month, but I just don't think because it's quite large. I don't think I'll have time to read that one. I'll have to save that for another time this year. And also Chintu. Oh yeah, Chintu. Oh, 10th anniversary read along. Yes. I wish I could join that, but I just don't have the time to do it. It would have been perfect for me to reread it. No. Hey, 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 Latrice, how are you? What are you reading? Are you over your reading slump? Oh, yeah. Okay. Before I let go, Kennedy Ryan. Very nice. Hey, Tatiana in the house. Oh, we're working. Okay, girl. We gonna be quiet. You just started that this morning. What this morning? Kennedy Ryan? I'm going to pick up No Gods, No Monsters. Oh, okay, yeah. All right. So that sounds really good. Let's see. Nicole, what are you reading, Nicole? Oh, yeah, Invisible Man is on your list to read. Yeah, that's a must read. It's on my to be reread list because I haven't read it since college. Just a long time ago. I need to reread that book. I remember when I read it, I remember having very intense conversations in class about that book. And I remember liking it a lot. There's a lot to talk about in that book. This is it's so I feel like if you're gonna read it, you're gonna get more out of it if you read it with someone because you can, you both be asking each other, different things. One will see something that the other one doesn't. It's just that kind of book. Let's see. Okay, Teresa's reading Hours. Very nice. And Drunken Love by Jasmine Guillory. Okay, that's a good balance, I think. And Bonnie Turpin, okay, is narrating with a guy. Okay. So that means it's gonna be good. Uh, Lieutenant says, "You don't have to be quiet. I just am ADH in this situation." All right. Tracy said, "Finish Bits and Pieces by Whoopi Goldberg. Her name is Night by Yasmin Ango for book club, and we'll start Bitter and Sweet by Rhonda McKnight." So, how did you find Bits and Pieces by Whoopi Goldberg? Did you find that to be a good autobiography? Hey, a book doctor. Hey, Shay. Um, very slowly, but I'm loving yeah, the writing is very good. It's excellent for sure. Hey D, how you doing? Happy Friday. Let's see. A book doctor says she's reading Bitter and Sweet by Rhonda McKnight. Okay. D is reading the same and listening to Wifedom for BookTube. Oh, for the BookTube prize. It is Wifedom. That's a nonfiction, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, Wifedom. I'm reading Bitter. Okay, Billy's reading Bittersweet as well. Everybody reading Rhonda McKnight. Okay, this is Rhonda McKnight read along. And then she's also reading When I Think of You by Maya Ariel. Sorry. Yeah, I want to know how Bits and Pieces was too by Whoopi Goldberg because I'm kind of interested in reading that. I find Whoopi Goldberg a very interesting person. Hola, Alba. Hauling groceries, but listening. Oh, okay, but be careful, girl. Don't fall down or do nothing crazy because you're listening. Um, okay, a book doctor said we'll also start the reformatory on Libby soon. I've heard nothing but excellent things about the reformatory. I might have to put that on my list. Even though I'm not really a horror person, but I still might try it. Hi, Day One. Day One says they're reading Zadie Smith on beauty. Okay. I'm halfway through and enjoying it. Okay, very good. Zadie Smith, one of my fave authors, particularly for White Teeth. Um, Wonderful book that. Hey Kay. Oh my God, Kay made it. So she's excited to read Bitter and Sweet. Trying to finish The Big C by Langston. Yeah, I have that on my TBR. That's been on my TBR forever. I need to squelch it and do it because like I caught your stories today when you were talking about, how he was quitting all of his jobs and getting new ones and then how he actually got his big break. Yeah, you made me want to like, grab that book and start reading it. Okay, so yeah, D says Wifedom is definitely a nonfiction. Mrs. Orwell's Invisible Life by Anna Funder is nonfiction. Okay. I heard some weird things about the people didn't like this one so much. Um, okay. Billy says, "Hey Kay, The House of Eve is so good." Yeah, The House of Eve is good. That was an excellent read. Yeah, it was good. Uh, and Teresa's The Reformatory is not traditional horror. Okay. Only a couple of ghosts, but nothing gory or anything. You will. Oh, I love it. Okay, all right. Well, I'll make an effort, for that one eventually at some point because I've never read any Tananarive Do. I feel like girl, what am I been doing in my life? I haven't read any Tananarive Do. Hey, I got to change that. Cases Langston's life in Paris was both tragic and funny. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I really like Bits and oh, okay. Tracy liked Bits and Pieces by Whoopi. It's poignant read and a true love letter to her mom and brother. Yeah, that's what I gathered, but I just needed somebody to tell me who had actually read it. Uh reading I Am a Cat. Wait, reading I Am a Cat and the Empire of Gold for my big books. Okay, I don't know that. It sounds like fantasy. Um, and started Absalom, oh, by William Faulkner. Okay. Now that's one of the William Faulkner novels I have not read, but it's it's this the one that people say is one of his best. That's what they say. Although one of my favorites is what's it called? The one that I really love. I can't think of the name of it right now. When I the name, I'll tell you. But there's another one I really really like. Jasmine the Senora says, "Hi Didi, I am rereading The Street, okay, by Anne Petrie, and starting the Reformatory. The Reformatory is popular. I have to read The Good House for. Okay, okay, ma'am. Tatiana is definitely listening. Mm, yes, I do need to change that. And I'm not playing around. The Good House is going to be on this list before the end of the year. I don't know when, but before the end of the year, I'm reading The Good House. I have said it. Birdie in the book says, I'm also working on Indian Burial Ground by Nick Medina. Okay, from my library. Okay, very nice. I know I haven't read any Edna O'Brien. I think I might have one book I picked up by her because I got it in some kind of sale or something. But I've heard that her writing is very good, interesting writing. Dee said, finish Rooted, the American Legacy of Land Theft of the Modern Movement for Black Land Ownership by Leah Baker. And it was really good. Okay, it sounds like it would be really good. Next up is We Refuse a Forceful History of Black Resistance. Yeah, I saw that cover on your post. I thought it was just beautiful. The cover. It's very inviting, makes you want to pick that up. Dee said, I have to read Tanana Reed. Do all her books are great. Okay, girl, I hear you. I'm gonna do it. I'm always like I'm looking at her books for $6. Well, I can tell you right now, I have the Good House. I have a used copy that I've got of the Good House years ago. But I don't own anything else. So I'm gonna get to the Good House first, and then I'll see where I go after that. Maybe I can go to the Formatory or something else. I'll let Tatiana reroute me on that. Tracy says the bits and pieces that Whoopi Goldberg gives are just enough for you to really see the special relationship that she had with her mother, Emma, and her brother Clyde. The more somber subject matters are, yeah, I guess somber. Oh, you'll reread it with me? Okay, if you want to. Hey Raymond, how you doing, Raymond? What are you reading? Welcome, welcome. You're willing to do that? Okay, we'll talk about it then. We'll talk about that one later when we can figure out when we can read it together. Okay, the somber bits are presented in a lighthearted way that don't negate how serious some things were. Okay, all right, that's good. So very respectful is, yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so Birdie in the book says the Good House is fantastic. DL says I have a bunch of random KU books I need to read or return. I have an arc of Juan Morris coming up, What You Leave Behind, but I might wait for audio to be out. Okay. Raymond is reading All the Sinners Bleed. Very nice. S.A. Cosby. So S.A. Cosby is going to be at the Festival America um, here in France. So I have gotten all three books. So I'm going to be reading S.A. Cosby between now and the end of September so I can get them all signed because I have a feeling I'm going to like S.A. Cosby a lot. Uh, Jonah, I've been trying to get on that damn book forever. The one simple line that really stood out. Oh, okay. Tracy says the one simple line that really stood out to me is when Whoopi described her mom. One thing about my mom, she really dug us. Yeah, she said that. I saw the interview that they did with her on The View when she was talking about her book, and I remember she said that, and that's such an endearing thing to say about your parent is that they really dig you. I mean, so I mean so much because a lot of parents don't really dig their kids, and their kids don't really dig parents. Sadly, you know. Let's see. Okay, so Teresa's like, "Yay, Raymond," because he's reading S.A. Cosby. All the sinners bleed. Okay, Bernie M is reading God Don't Like Ugly by Mary Monroe and Tumultuous Thursday by Melinda Michelle. Okay. Uh, okay, so Raymond says he's on the third chapter, but so far so good. Oh, D got a new arc from DL that she's looking forward to reading. What's it called, the arc? So people can get ready for when a book comes out. Okay, so Amalola said she's read all three essay Cosby's and he got her in a chokehold. Okay. Yeah, I think I will love him, Latrice. I mean, I have they've delivered two of them. I'm waiting for I think it's Blacktop Wasteland is the first one. That's the one I'm waiting for to give me. Bring me. Oh, Olivia said she watched a shark movie Under Paris with sharks that adapted to fresh water and live in the Seine. Couldn't help but think of you. Oh, yeah, the effects were incredibly good. Yeah, I heard it's really good. I have not had time to watch it, but I've heard excellent reviews of it. And it's just really funny because there's this whole issue around the Seine for the Olympics because they've decided to do the long distance swimming on in the Seine. And anybody who's ever been to Paris or whoever lives in Paris knows how freaking filthy the Seine is. I was just like, if I was an athlete, I would just say no. I'm gonna have to declare forfeit because I can't do the Seine. But apparently, they've gone. They've spent millions of euros to clean Seine so that it will be ready for the Olympics. And so I think it's the 24th or the 23rd of this month. The president and the mayor of Paris are going to go swimming in Seine so to prove that the water is all clean and everything. And I'm just like, okay, 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 do what you got to do. Why I'm wondering why they would do that as well because I mean they've had a lot of issues with the logistics around like how it is it's like it's like when you have a house and suddenly you're going to have 15 family members from all over the world coming to stay with you for 2 weeks and your house needs two bathrooms need to be redone, a couple of bedrooms need to be done, the floors need to be done over here, the this needs to be done over there, and you haven't done any of this stuff, and these people are arriving like in 2 weeks. It's giving those vibes, because we have been like completely under the road works constantly all over Paris, all over the place. This roadworks. But cleaning out the Seine, I'm just like, okay, if that's what y'all want to do. Um, but the logistics of cleaning the Seine has cost them, I think, more money than they expected, and it has become it's a bit of an issue. So the public is kind of making light, they're just making light of it because I think the Parisians are kind of like fed up with the whole Olympics thing because it's really going to put their lives in jeopardy for 2 weeks. You're not going to be able to go from one end of the city to the other in a car. You basically going to have a lot of people walking and riding bikes. I had to, my husband and I had to go deliver a bike to my oldest daughter because she works in the first arrondissement, but she lives in the 17th. She can no longer take the metro because it's too full of people. So she's going to be riding a bike there. And then on top of it, she has to have a special badge to get into the area where she's going to be working, because they're going to be sort of shutting off some of the neighborhoods and only letting a certain amount of people come in. It's going to be very complicated that. So pretty much everybody is just like bugging off Paris for 2 weeks because they put the prices of the metro tickets, they doubled the price. So like a regular metro ticket would cost €2. Now it's four. Um, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So everybody's going to be looking to see if the mayor and the president actually go swimming in the Seine because nobody else wants to. I just put it that way. No one else wants to. Yeah, no, the bed bugs, that's not a problem. It's really not a problem. Um, but there are some things that are going to be really cool that they've done. Like they've done some really cool things for the transports for the athletes. They've done some things around the city that look really cool. But it's just that, I mean, you have to imagine you're going to have like another, I don't know how many millions of people descending on this city. It's just going to be a lot. So I will be watching all the festivities right here from my sofa on my flat screen TV with my drink. Okay. So I'm not even going to try to get over there. My other daughter, she lives in the north of Paris. She goes to work on the east side of Paris. They just basically said, "You just gonna be working from home for 2 weeks," because it would take her 3 hours to get to work and 3 hours to get home. So she's just gonna be working from home for the 2 weeks. So it's just gonna be. I don't know if we'll have so much of protesting, but I feel like the traffic jams are going to be enough to piss people off. There's already traffic jams in Paris on a regular day, but with this many more people in the city, that's gonna put a dare on things. Now, if you don't mind walking, riding your bike, I prefer walking because I would never ride a bike in Paris. Parisians are crazy drivers, but it is a little better now because you have more bike paths. So my daughter can take a bike path direct to her job. But yeah, there are going to be a lot of people walking and riding bikes and doing scooters. Um, but swimming in the sand, this is like, I'm not loving that idea. Yes, it's very expensive to fly to neighboring countries. It's also very expensive to fly to France. The tickets are already expensive to fly out this way. Um, all of the restaurants are probably going to put their prices up. Hotels putting their prices up. Airbnb is putting their prices up. It's gonna be crazy, and I already know like one of my friends here has gotten tickets for the finals for the athletics. So for all of the races, she had to pay 1,000 euros for her ticket to see that. So yeah, they're not playing. Uh, oh, you didn't have any time, yeah, because it's that thing about it is like it's not far to go from London to Paris to take the Eurostar over. But the thing is you have to take the time to do it. And sometimes it's not convenient like you think it's gonna be. Yeah, $2,000. Kunmao, that's like going towards uh like the east. So I don't know how far Kunmao is from me. Let's see, how far is Kunmao from me? Well, tickets to London on the Eurostar the prices can vary. Uh you have to look at the prices really because it can vary. Sometimes they'll have a ticket and it's not that much, and sometimes they'll have tickets and it's just like, well, damn, that's a lot. Wait, let's see. Um, mm, okay, so Code Mount is like it's about a day's drive in the car, 7 hours in the car drive, 506 kilometers away. So it's like a day's drive in the car because it's right near it's near the Swiss border, the Colmar. Mm. Oh, hey, Tinley, how are you? Happy Friday. You're listening to Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Allen. Okay, very nice. Reading The Garden Within by Dr. Anita Phillips. Yeah, see, I'm not surprised it was this price because that's because we're on summer now. So those prices are going to be kind of high. It's kind of high, those prices. Yeah, it's usually the last weekend of September. So this year it's the 26th to the no 20 wait 27th or 26th to the 30th. Well, you can still sometimes get tickets to go on the Eurostar between London and Paris for as low as 40 euros, but it doesn't last and you have to really look frequently, to get a good price. But the prices are going to be up now because it's a stupid Olympics. So, yeah, it should be interesting to see. So, you'll probably see some kind of news report on the president and Macron and the mayor of Paris swimming in the Seine, just to prove that they've cleaned and everything. Yeah, child, that's gonna be funny. That's really gonna be funny. So yeah, so that's what's going on with all of that. Let's see. All right, I have pulled out some Caribbean books. I think most of them I have not read. There's a couple that I have read. And maybe I could get your opinion on if you've actually read them or not. So the first one I have is Miguel Street. This is by V.S. Naipaul. Now I have only read A House for Mr. Biswas, but I have not yet read Miguel Street. But this is supposed to be one that is a lot of people have read at school, I think. Um, but it says it's the first written work of fiction by Naipaul, and it's set in a derelict corner of Port of Spain, Trinidad during World War II, and is narrated by an unnamed, precociously observant neighborhood boy. So yeah, this is a classic, and I know that a lot of Caribbeans people say they had to read this one at school. But and it's super short. Uh yeah, it's not even 200 pages, but I still haven't read it yet. So yeah. The next one I have is this one, which is The Day I Fell Off My Island, Yvonne Bailey Smith. And this is Zadie Smith's mama. This is her book. And this one is set in Jamaica. It's a 1969, and Erna Mullings has just arrived in London from Jamaica. Finding herself in a strange country with a mother she barely recognizes and a stepfather she despises, Erna is homesick, lost, and lonely, but her life is about to change irrevocably. So yeah, this one's quite a chunker too. It's this one is 386 pages, but it just looks bigger than it really is. I guess it's because the print is the right size. Wait, let's see. Uh, I have started Better Must Come and going to read. Oh yeah, Village Weavers. Yeah, because as you know, Village Weavers is the read along book for Caribathon. Okay, the next one here I have is The Bread the Devil Need. If I remember, this one came out during the pandemic, I think 2020 or 2021. It says Althea Lopez is about to turn 40. Fashionable, feisty, and fiercely independent, she manages a boutique in Port of Spain. But behind those doors, she's covering up bruises from her abusive partner and seeking solace in an affair with her boss. When she witnesses a woman murdered by a jealous lover, the reality of her own future comes a little too close to home. So this is also Trinidadian, and it got excellent reviews when it came out. Still haven't read it yet. Yeah, I heard it was real good. This one, um, excellent storytelling. It very poignant. I heard. This next one you all know and have heard of is Till the Well Runs Dry by Lauren Francis Sharma. I still haven't read this book. I have still not read a thing from Lauren Francis Sharma. Like, I need to get on it. But I love his cover. And then look at the little singer sewing machine in the back. I feel like this is going to be a really good one. It says a glorious and moving saga that sweeps from 1940s to the 1960s in Trinidad and the United States. Till the Well Runs Dry opens in a seaside village where Marcia Garcia, a gifted and smart-mouthed 16-year-old seamstress, lives alone raising two small boys and guarding a family secret. When she meets an ambitious young policeman, so taken with Marcia that he elicits help from a tea brewing Obeah woman to guarantee her ardor. The rewards and risks in Marcia's life amplify forever. Okay, so I don't know if that guy is going to be good for her though. Okay, D says Lauren Francis Sharma is excellent. Also read, yeah, Book of Little Acts. I have both of those, and yeah, I'm gonna have to do something about that because I know she's supposed to be great. All right, the next one I have here is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Now, I did read this one, but I didn't feel like it was her best work, in my opinion. I gave this like a 3 stars. It was just missing things in it. I don't know. It was missing recipes. It was missing, yeah, I was missing stuff. I wasn't that over the moon by that, but I know a lot of people really like this one. For me, from her, my favorite is The Poet X. That's my favorite by her. Okay, the next one I have is Havana Noir. So you know this is the noir series where you have they're like they'll take an author that is known from the country, and then that author then compiles crime short stories from authors from the country. So this is Havana Noir, which I have not read yet, but I did read Aqua Noir, and I thought it was fantastic. This one has stories by Leonardo Padura, Pablo Medina, Alex Abella, Miguel Ejides, Ina Lucia Portela, Milan Fernandez Pintado, Carlina Garcia Aguilera, Moises Assis, Arturo Arango, Mariela Verano Roque, Michelle Inosafu, Yos, and Leia Ashikenas, Ashi Obeya, and Mabel Cuesta, Oscar F. Ortez, and Arnaldo Correa, and Yohama Despetre. So that's like the lineup, and this is edited by Aki Obeya. So Aki Obeya has gathered all of these authors to do this this copy of Havana Noir. So I thought this would be good for me to read because I don't read a lot of Cuban literature. I don't really know much about it. So I thought, why not? Um, okay. Family lore. Yeah, that's the one everybody seems to be reading now. Um, let's see. Okay. The next one I have is A Million Aunties, and this is by Alicia McKenzie. Now, I have read quite a few books from Alicia McKenzie, but I have not read this one. This was her latest book that came out. Um, I don't remember exactly when this one came out. Let me see if I can figure that out. This one came out in 2020 during the pandemic. It's a short one, and some of my favorites from Alicia McKenzie are Sweetheart, Satellite City, and then there's another one as well, Sweetheart, Satellite City, and I think there's another one, Stories from Yard. Those are the ones that I have read so far. Like I have not. There's a couple of them I have not read because I cannot find them. But this is her newest one, and so Alicia McKenzie is Jamaican. So it says after personal tragedy upends his world, American-born artist Chris travels to his mother's homeland in the Caribbean, hoping to find some peace and tranquility. He plans to spend his time painting in solitude and coming to terms with his recent loss and his fractured relationship with his father. Instead, he discovers a new, extended, and complicated family, in quotes. The people he meets help him to heal even as he supports them in unexpected ways. Told from different points of view, this is a compelling novel about unlikely love, friendship, and community with surprises along the way. And it's a very short one. This one, it's not even 200 pages, 196 pages. So there, A Million Aunties. All right, now this one is called The Star Side of Bird Hill, and this is by Naomi Jackson. Uh, this book, when it came out, I think I think it got fairly okay reviews, but then I think that people were saying something about it was kind of fat phobic or something like that in it. So I don't really know. I haven't read it yet. This lyrical novel of community betrayal and love centers on an unforgettable matriarchal family in Barbados. Two sisters, ages 10 and 16, are exiled from Brooklyn to Bird Hill, Barbados, after their mother can no longer care for them. Young Phaedra and her older sister Dion live for the summer of 1989 with their grandmother Hyacinth, a midwife and practitioner of the local spiritual practice of Obeah. Okay, so there's this one. And there she is right there, Naomi Jackson. The Star Side of Bird Hill. Okay, this next one, I read this one, The Pagoda by Patricia Powell. I read this one and discussed it with Christy during Caribbean month. I think it was in 2020 during the pandemic. We discussed it and it was over on IG. I remember that this book was, it could have been better, but I think the author was doing too much. There was too much going on and it was a lot to take hold of. But the main thing is there's a young Asian woman who is sent over to the islands, but she is sent over on the boat as a young boy. She's dressed as a boy, not as a girl. And then when she gets there, everything, happens like it happens. But it's a very interesting look at how Asians migrated to the Caribbean in this one called the Pagoda by Patricia Powell. And this is a backlist because it came out in 1998. Okay, so it's not really new, that one. And then there's this last one which I think is Caribbean as well, The Veins of the Ocean by Patricia Engel. Let me just see. I'm not sure. This one, I think it's Cuba and the Caribbean. Patricia Engel. And I think she might have even been one of the authors that's in Havana Noir. Let's see. It says Rena Castillo's beloved brother is serving a death sentence for a crime that shocked the community, a crime for which Rena secretly blames herself. When she is at last released from her 7-year prison vigil, Rena moves to a sleepy town in the Florida Keys, seeking anonymity, and meets Nesto, a recently exiled Cuban waiting the arrival of the children he left behind in Havana. Though Nesto's love of the sea and capacity for faith, Rena comes to understand her own connections to the life-giving and destructive forces of the ocean that surrounds her, as well as its role in her family's troubled history and their crossing of the Caribbean to make the United States known. So this book came out. This was kind of old as well. It didn't. This came out, I think, in. Let's see. This one came out in 2016. The Veins of the Ocean. Okay, so those are all the ones I have to show you. I thought, why not show you some things that are a little different than what you're used to seeing. I don't know if people are planning on reading Caribbean books this month or not, or maybe just one or what, but yeah. Let me see. Let me catch up on the comments. Okay, Dee says she's saving her Hispanic authors for Heritage Month. Okay. Nicole says, hopefully I'll get to White Teeth this month. I read too slow to participate in the different months. Okay, yeah. Okay. I feel like, don't, if you, there's no point in rushing. Havana Noir is not an author. It's not one author. It's an editor. You just look up Havana Noir and you're going to find it. The person who edited it, because it's a compilation of authors. So you look up Havana Noir and you'll find it. But if you want to know the editor, their name is there. Oh, wait, let me see. I think she's in there. What was the name of this? Patricia Ingen. Let's see her name in here. Okay. So, um, okay, so you enjoyed it, Alba, on the death fell off my island. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad because I don't remember anybody really saying that much about it. So I don't know if it was, I don't remember anybody saying anything good nor bad about it. They just weren't talking about it. So I didn't know what to think about it. But I picked it up because it sounded like it was really good. And I just think it's really cool that, Zadie Smith's mama is writing a book. Pretty cool. The Bone Readers by Grenadian British author Jacob Ross was also good. Ooh, The Bone Readers. Let me see what that's about. The Bone Readers. I don't think I know that one. Mm. Uh, the Bone. Jesus Christ, I can't type worth of shit. Bone Readers. Oh, yeah, I remember this cover. This sounds intense. This sounds super intense, but it sounds good. Wow. It has excellent ratings. Yeah, it has excellent ratings. Is this like a series or something? Is this a series? Because see, it has the Bone Readers, but it has another one called Black Rain Falling. So I want to think this might be a series starting here. But let's see. It says it's called The Bone Readers. It looks like this. Like, there you go, like that, by Jacob Ross. And it says, secrets can be buried, but bones can speak. When Michael Digger Digson is recruited into D.S. Chillman's new plainclothes squad in the small Caribbean island of Camau, he brings his own mission to discover who amongst a renegade police squad killed his mother in a political demonstration. Okay. Sent to London to train in forensics, Digger becomes enmeshed in Chillman's obsession with a cold case, a disappearance of a young man whose mother is sure has been murdered. Okay, I'm all in on that one. Let me write that one down because that sounds real good. Jacob Ross. Okay. All right, let's see. Hey, Fatima. Please be sure. Yeah, okay. I really hope he does a series because okay, well, it looks like it's already happening, Alba, because when you go on the Goodreads, it has another book there. I guess it's called the Digger Dixon series because there's another book there called Black Rain Falling. Let me just see if I can get it up here, which is this. This is the second book. So yeah, that one sounds excellent. I'll definitely try that one. Fatima says she plans on reading A Trace of Sun. Yeah, that one is really good by Pam Williams. Very good. And Home by Lisa Allen Agosti. Okay, so that's the same one who. Wait, where is it? Yeah, here it is. That's the same one who wrote, same author who wrote this one, The Dead Need. So I didn't realize she had a new book out. Um, you can use it for the prompt for amazing reader. Use what for the prompt? I've been finished that. I read that a couple months ago. I read that in March or something. Um, let me just see. What is this book called? Home. I don't even know that one. I didn't even know she had anything new out. Home. Home. Um, oh, I think this is gonna work. No, it's not working. uh, Lisa Allen. Uh, Agostini. Okay, here we go. This is the book, Home. And let's see, what is it about? Okay, it's how many pages is this book? It's 160 pages, so it's a short novel and a novella. It says fans of Monday's Not Coming and Girl in Pieces will love this award-winning novel about a girl on the verge of losing herself and the unlikely journey to recovery after she is removed from anything and everyone she knows to be home. Moving from Trinidad to Canada wasn't her idea, but after being hospitalized for depression, her mother sees it as the only option. Okay, so I don't know if this is this considered YA? Maybe? Uh, yeah, I don't know if it's considered, I guess it's considered YA, because it seems like it's, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't like, I don't know how to shoot this thing on here. I don't know what this mess is. Let's see. It says young adult. Yeah. Young adult, mental health, contemporary fiction, family. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass because I don't do YA like that. All right. Let's see. Uh, oh, Tatiana forgot about the amazing readathon. Yeah, why definitely not. I'm not gonna read it then. Um, so who's spearheading the Amazing Readathon? I've never heard of Amazing Readathon. Who's doing that? Sweetness in the Skin. Okay, that's an interesting title by Ishi Robinson. Let's check that one out because I don't know it. Come on, Tinley with the Rex. Sweetness in the bra. Sweetness in the. Oh, here we go. Ishi Robinson. All right. Okay. Beautiful cover. Look at that cover. Looks really good, the cover. Okay, now what is it about? Because this one it says a delightful coming of age story set in Jamaica amid heartbreak, hopefulness, and mirth. That quote by Charmaine Wilkinson, who wrote that book that I can't stand, Black Cake. Um, let's see. It says it's a novel about a young teenage girl in Jamaica determined to bake her way out of the dysfunctional family and into the opportunity of a lifetime. Pumpkin Patterson is a 13-year-old girl living in a tiny two-room house in Kingston, Jamaica, with her grandmother who wants to improve the family's social standing, and Aunt Sophie, who dreams of a new life in Paris for her. Oh, I remember this one, for her and Pumpkin, and her mother, Paulette, who's rarely home. When Sophie is offered the chance to come to France to work, she seizes the opportunity and promises to send for her niece in 1 year's time. All Pumpkin has to do is pass her French entrance exam so she can attend school there. Yeah, that would be easy. But when Pumpkin's grandmother dies, she's left alone with her volatile mother, and as soon as her estranged father turns up, as lazy and conniving as ever. Okay, so you can see where that's going. I don't know. Yeah, so this is considered coming of age. It is written that it could be considered young adult. It's contemporary historical fiction. So yeah, and it has a very good rating on Goodreads. Like it's over 4 stars, 4.37 stars. Wow. Um, so yeah, a lot of people seem to enjoy this one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on. Oh, a girl called Bree on BookTube is doing the amazing readathon. Uh, I check that out. I hadn't heard of that one before. I don't think I follow anybody called Bree anymore. So let's see. Uh, okay. I don't know none of these people. It is Bree, because a lot of people are doing it. I put in amazing readathon and I like 4 videos popped up right away. One by Four Paws and a Book. Another one, I can't even pronounce the name of her channel. Another one, Pretty Purple Polka Dots. Uh, Bond book reviewers, lovable reader. I'm not seeing anything that's like does she have Bree in her name, in her channel name? The Hex Library, Rescues and Reads. Yeah, those are the ones that came up. But I don't know. Oh, maybe it's this girl. Brittany Loves Reading. Could it be her? Could she be the one that's starting it? No. The girl that started is called her channel is called Four Paws and a Book. So it was the one I saw in the beginning. Four Paws and a Book. Let me see if I can get to her channel. uh, let's see. Yeah. So it's this right here. I don't know if you can kind of see. She's the one that started. Her channel name is Four Paws and a Book. So go there. I guess if you need information, this video is specifically on it. The Amazing Readathon 2024. So if you want more information on that, that's where you need to go. That book I can't stand. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't stand it. I'm sorry. Uh Brianna. Okay, perfect. Brianna with an I. Okay. I don't usually do readathons like that. It's not really my thing. I'll do read it like I'll do the readathon that happens with twice a year. What's it called? I can't remember. Um that they have that it comes up like twice a year. I'll do that, every now and then if I have time. But the problem is the 24-hour Dewey's 24-hour readathon. I'll do that one. The problem is it usually falls on the weekend and I'm usually busy on the weekend. So I can't always read. I can only read like maybe for 5 hours or something because I don't have enough time. But yeah, readathons are really not my thing. I prefer longs and buddy reads. Readathons don't really appeal to my sensibility of reading, but I know a lot of people like doing those. Uh, okay, cool. Explain it to me on Sunday. I want to know all about it because I ain't got time to look for it now. I have a hellish weekend this weekend because I got my book club on Saturday and I got to work in the morning tomorrow. Ugh. Um, let's see. Oh, okay. It's based off of the Amazing Race show. That sounds like it could be fun. Could be fun. It's a month long, and you really need to be on Discord to follow. Oh, it Raymond, and or you can get lost. It's team based and stuff. It is fun though. Oh, that sounds like it could be fun though. Actually, yeah, that sounds like it could be fun in the end. Yeah. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just that it doesn't really, yeah, it doesn't really appeal to my sensibility of reading, but I can see how people will get into it because people have been doing these readathons for forever and ever. Since I've been on BookTube, they've been doing these readathons all over the place. Um, oh, that's what I want to mention. That book that we can't stand that starts with the letter Q. Looks like the TV adaptation is a flop. People are saying that it's not funny. And I thought to myself, the book wasn't funny. Oh, look, that's what they saying. And then somebody, I think it was on, I don't know if it's on Threads. It was a comment that somebody took off of Threads or either X, and somebody said, "Well, it's not funny." Well, she wrote the adaptation for the TV show as well, the author. Yeah, it's supposed to be funny, D. We're supposed to be laughing. She was the one who said it's like the Black Bridget Jones Diary. So we should be laughing normally because Bridget Jones Diary, you do kind of laugh, but that shit ain't that serious in Bridget Jones Diary. Um, but you know, um, I think it didn't come off well on screen because I guess they expected people to laugh. And then when they saw the situations, people weren't laughing. They were like, what is this intense film? What's going on here? So it's not doing well. It was whack. It wasn't funny. That's for damn sure. It was not funny. No, ma'am. Um, Speaking of which, D, I did check out the BookTube Prize books to see what went into the next round. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be a pretty exciting race to the end now. Some pretty exciting books that had been chosen. Um, well, damn, I wouldn't even recognize. I wouldn't even recommend it if you was bored. I mean, that's just me. I would not recommend it. I would not recommend it at all. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's on Hulu. I think they're showing it on Hulu. I think is what it is. But somebody was had done post on it on their IG on their stories, and I was like, well, I'm not surprised. Oh, you got King? Well, that's done. And you got How to Say Babylon. So yeah, you gotta heat where you can, you don't have so much reading to do. And the fiction was pretty good too. I can't remember what book it was. I was happy to see that it had gone all the way through from the fiction section. I can't remember what it is right now. But there was one I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm glad that went through." Because they always wind up there always winds up being one heat where there's at least three black books in it, and I that used to annoy the crap out of me. I got to know what book it is. That was that was in the final heat. There was one I was like, yes. I can't think of what it is right now. Homeland as well. Yeah. Okay. You got a good heat. You fell in a good one. Have you read How to Say Babylon yet? Because that's the thing. Have you actually read that one yet, or do you need to read it? Oh, you already read it. So you see, yeah, you're gonna be sitting pretty for this one. You don't have hardly anything to read now. What is it? What do you've got two other books to read? So you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be easy sailing for you. I can't remember what it was, which not which fiction ones. There were a couple of fiction ones I was glad to see that they had gone through by Black authors. I just don't remember what they are. Uh, Um, so yeah, we'll have to, we'll have to wait and see how the voting goes. I'm gonna keep my eye on it, see what happens. I guess after this round, it's gonna become very, very interesting to see what comes out of this round of books um, for the BookTube prize. So we'll just have to wait and see going to how that's going to fall. So yeah. So anyway, does anyone have any more questions or anything they want to ask me before I sign off? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Mm, okay. So I am going to let you guys go. Enjoy your Friday. The Festival America is at the end of September. So I will see you all next week, next Friday, and have a excellent weekend, great reading, and I'll see you then. Bye.